Welcome back, everybody, for the Power Up with Joe Weaver shift update for December 2024. Welcome back, everyone. I am shifting up some things here, shifting gears. I apologize for the video is a little bit off my other camera. For some reason, and the connections just stopped working. It was working fine the last time. Now it just won't even turn on. So the video quality is not going to be as good, but at least the audio is working this time. Wow. Here we are, December 2024. Wow. Seemed like the year has flown by. Some things I'd like to touch on about some preliminary info. I'm going to be switching up how I'm putting the information out. I share these videos, this one whole video on YouTube, and then I break it out into smaller videos, share it out on Instagram. What I was doing previously was I was transcribing those shorter videos into individual posts or articles, you could say, and putting those on my website, which took a ton of time. And so and there wasn't very much interaction with them on the website. I guess people don't want to read content as much as they want to listen or watch it. So being that not too many people are really interested in that, and it takes so much time to transcribe, I am going to be changing up things and not transcribing and posting the individual videos down into Word form and putting those on my website. I'm still going to be breaking out the videos in individual formats or topics and then sharing those on YouTube and also on Instagram. For those of you that would like to get updates when those videos are posted, you can always subscribe to my Power Up with Joe Weaver YouTube channel, or connect with me on Instagram. The links for that is on my website, joe-weaver.com. The link to that is below in the description and so on. Also want to give you all an update. I have changed up how I describe my coaching sessions. I've updated the content and the description and other things related to it, changed up the timing and the price to see if more people would be interested in that service and what I'm offering. Here's the updated website. It's got some information on what is an authenticity and intuitive life coach. Got some information regarding the benefits of having one of these sessions, what you get, the possibilities of getting out of it, what is included. I have included the 24-hour energetic cleanse now with the coaching session. I'm not offering the cleanse separately anymore. So anyway, just changing up some things here. You're welcome to go to the website and check this out. If you're interested, email me if you have any questions and so on. It's just a matter of seeing what works and what doesn't work. If there's very little interest in different things, it's just a matter of, changing it up to see if more people would be interested in the new service and so on. It's quite interesting. I'm always sort of astonished sometimes why people are attracted to certain things while they're not attracted to other things. I'm always amazed by people's reactions and or interest to different things. So anyway, it's just a matter of testing and seeing what works and what doesn't work. And I'm all about meeting people in the middle and trying to find out things that to assist people in the best way possible. That's the reason why I offer these services, these videos, and classes and so on. Regarding the classes, I am updating. I'm finding a new facility here near Raleigh to hold events. It's more of a retreat space. It's a really cool cabin by a lake. And I'm going to have some information regarding if people would like to come in from out of town, local hotels, and so on for these new classes, which is it's the same ones that I've offered in the past, the new paradigm multidimensional transformation classes. The first one is going to be the 2-day, and I am looking to set that up towards the end of April of 2025. I'm going to be updating the website with that information soon. You can contact me if you have any questions. But the main thing is this new location is looking really cool. I'm going to be going and touring the place here in the next week or so. When I get that done, and then being able to set up some events, 6 to 8 months out, to be able to give people time to plan and put them on the calendar and so on. So that's pretty much the preliminary information that I wanted to share. If you have any questions regarding all that, please let me know. Regarding these videos, I'm still experiencing some censorship in some ways regarding the things I post on Facebook and other ways, and shadow banning. I'm definitely picking up some of that with YouTube. And so these videos, something that you are enjoying and you get something out of, it does help if you actually hit the like button. The more likes there are, the more YouTube and so on is more willing to actually share the videos with people that have not subscribed to these videos, or that I'm not directly sharing these videos with, say on YouTube. So anything you can do to share these videos with your own networks, some family, friends, whoever you might be interested in that may get something out of these videos. And also liking the video on YouTube especially helps out with the algorithm of how the actual videos are shared through YouTube and with other people. So I do appreciate it if you get anything out of these videos, that you actually hit the like button. It does help out. Again, it's not necessarily for me personally, but how the videos are shared through the algorithm and so on. It does help out tremendously. So if you can hit the like button, if you get something out of it, I appreciate it. All right. I think that's the majority of the information, the preliminary information. So let's get into the shift update for December. Again, I want to share that these shift updates have to do with our shift in consciousness, the changes we're collectively going through, the energetic changes that we're going through, and how to adapt and change and be one with the changes that are currently taking place on Earth, to expand your consciousness, to become more aware of yourself, to integrate more of your authentic self, your I am presence, and really step into your power. That's the purpose of these videos. So the first topic is, it's not my side. And I've been hearing and watching people do this now for different topics over the past 6 months. And I wanted to share a couple examples. It's, again, very easy for us to take a side during these such, say, times of change. We had the election going on and all this other stuff. And one of the things, I've been sharing a lot of things regarding the Palestinian genocide by the, and so on that's been going on. And I'm seeing people that are conservative and, call themselves and or see themselves as conservative or Republicans and so on. And they see that there's more liberals talking about Palestine and, the genocide and all this other stuff. And they're like, well, if the other side is talking about this, then I'm not going to talk about it because they're, the other side. And it's not really beneficial in that way to really look at things. If you look at things from a standpoint of sides, you're going to be living in a constant state of battle. And this whole time period that we're going through is, again, releasing the separation. And the separation has to do with our mental processes, our different perceptions of separation. And the same thing, interesting thing that's happening with these sides and political views is there are a lot of liberals that are now saying against, say, RFK's views on making America healthy. And so they're actually going against some of the things regarding these health-related changes, again, because it's, again, not their side that is for it, which is quite really mind-boggling as far as I'm concerned. And so it's not like one side is doing what I'm describing here. It's a matter of every single thing about all this is all a mental perceptions. It all comes down to mental perceptions. So do whatever you can do to release all this, release these perceptions of separation. The more that we're able to do this, the more that we're able to see there is common ground in different things, one of which is, the killing of tens of thousands of people, women, children, everyone, is not self-defense. And just because someone talks about it and you don't see them as on your side does not make it right or wrong. It's these kinds of things are not right across the board. It doesn't matter about sides. And so try to see past all this division and beliefs of separation. Moving on to the next thing, how to know if your beliefs are being challenged. Well, this is a pretty easy one to describe. If your beliefs are being challenged, you're going to get in defense mode. Or to see if someone else's beliefs are being challenged, it's very easy. All these people getting angry and yelling and again, because something that was said and or offends them, therefore then they attack and so on. I was talking to somebody the other day about this, and it all comes from the same space of consciousness. It doesn't matter, say, someone's political affiliation. If a view of this is my religious belief, and I hold on to these religious beliefs, and anything that essentially goes against my religious beliefs, I'm going to, attack that other person and or try to convince them or debate them or whatever else. The same thing goes for, sort of like the liberal woke scenario is, these are going against my beliefs, these is going against my views, and these are the reason why people attack other people when their beliefs and or viewpoints are being challenged. So my suggestion is, instead of holding on to these beliefs, is to release them. Is if you really wish to move into greater peace and harmony within yourself, is to release these beliefs. Again, beliefs are temporary experiences until you experience the real truth. Once you experience a real truth, it's no longer a belief. Therefore, when you have knowingness, when you actually have a real experience and you know the truth and things are no longer a belief, there's none of this continuous battle with other people. There's not a bunch of trying to convince other people to or debate them on certain scenarios. If someone challenges me regarding what I say or what I share or what I know, I pretty much just say, well, this is the reason why I view this in this certain way. But, if you don't want to see this or see it in that way, that you have free will to view it however you want. So there's really no need to challenge or continually debate or attack others because they're going against your belief system. And the easiest way to feel this within yourself, if you feel agitated, frustrated, and you feel like you're going into defensive mode because something is against the way you see it, again, this is your choice to stay in that state of constant survival mode and constant, you could say, separation. So, anyway, release the beliefs, my friends. That goes into the next interesting topic of hating the orange man. It's sort of related to the last topic. The orange man that I'm describing here, of course, is Trump, and how there's so much hate regarding this scenario. There's people that I've seen that have been posting on Facebook and saying that they can't even look at his face because his face disgusts them. And or what they've said or some of the things they've done and all this other stuff. So my main point about this is, why give your power away to anyone or anything to this degree? Why give your power away to anything that Trump has done or anything that he represents? If you are in that space of fear, such a space of fear and hate and anger and so on, remember, fear, hate, and anger all exist together. They don't exist without one another. They're all combined. They're all coming from the same space of consciousness within you. And so, why give your power away to anyone or anything to put you in that space of complete disempowerment? Because that's what basically hate is. It's a space of disempowerment. You're disempowering yourself through the process of focusing in that space of that lower frequency energy of hate that's connected in with anger and fear. And so, it's quite amazing to see the amount of hate that has been generated because of the orange man. And it just really goes to show how many people are giving their power away outside, the things outside of themselves. It's just another example. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because of the choice that everyone has to hold on to that hate and that anger and so on, or make the choice to release it. Stop giving your power away to things outside of yourself. If you viewed, a being of darkness or whatever else, any form, in any form. And you were fearful of that being. Therefore, you would be giving your power away to that being because of your perception of it. Now, I'm talking about any type like the devil or, a demonic being or something. Basically, anything that we give our power away to, in a way, controls us. And so, for all of you out there that continue to hate the Orange Man, really, in a way, that perception and his actions and whatever else he does, it doesn't matter what it is essentially is controlling you if you hate him. So that is the process, the reason why I say giving your power away outside of yourself is because if you allow someone's actions and or choices to control how you feel and or perceive reality, you're giving your power away outside of yourself. Again, this whole time period that we're living in is about stepping into your power. Therefore, release the perceptions of this hate, these perceptions of anger, and all these different things that are going on to live more in harmony and balance within yourself. And therefore, you're going to be assisting with the harmony and balance in the world, not necessarily going against it. So that pretty much brings us into the next thing, seeing people's energy. When it almost relates very much to what I was just speaking in the other topics, is that we are moving to see how everything is energetically connected. When you look at someone else walking down the street, wherever it is, someone in front of you, and really what you're seeing is energy. You may view that other as an individual person, physical person. But really, physically, all this is energy. It's just in such a denser form, it looks more solid. So the same goes when you're walking down the street or out into nature and you're looking and you see a tree. Really what you're seeing is energy, an energetic form vibrating in a certain way that looks dense to where it's looking solid. So I think I've mentioned this in last month's update, that we are energetic beings. We're not necessarily just energetic beings on a conscious level, but as a physical being in itself, we are energy. We're made up of energy. Every single thing about us is tied into energetic frequency. Every single thing around us is tied into energetic frequency. So we're moving into a time, again, of moving out of this lower density into a lighter density. As we continue to do that, we're going to be able to see energy in different ways. Seeing this energy for what it was already before, but we're seeing it in a new way, in a lighter density. And so it takes us into the next topic of energetic transparency. Energetic transparency is, you could say, how an example would be how there's so many people in this world that are saying that they represent compassion for someone or something else, while at the same time while they're saying that in a space of fear or anger or hate. And so you can't be fully compassionate about someone or something while living in a state of fear, anger, or hate. It's literally impossible because they are totally different energetic frequency ranges. So energetic transparency is us seeing that someone is talking like, oh yeah, I'm doing this for these people down here that can't help themselves or whatever else, or these things or these animals or whatever else. They're speaking the words of compassion, but their energy is totally something else. It's not aligned with the words that are coming out of their mouth. And so the same thing goes if more people are able to see this, see that the fakeness that pretty much comes down to, like the news broadcasts. More and more people are able to see, these are the words that are coming out of these people's mouth regarding the news. However, that's not the truth. We'll be able to see through the energetic transparency that whatever somebody is saying is basically doesn't align with the truth of what we know within ourselves. The same thing goes if, say, someone is talking to us individually and they're talking all nice and everything to us, but at the same time, you're able to feel that they're judging you. And it's that judgment is a lower frequency energy of, them viewing you however they're viewing you. But the main thing is through energetic transparency, we're able to see and sense that so much easier now than we used to be able to do 10, 20, 30, 50, 60, whatever years ago. And so, pay attention to this in your own lives. Look at how you are able to sense energy now compared to you were able to sense energy 10 years ago. It's again, this goes back to everything's moving into a lighter density. And as we do this, we're able to sense and see energy in ways that we were not able to do before. And so that comes with the transparency part. When someone is being fake, therefore, it doesn't really matter what kind of words that are coming out of their mouth. We're able to sense and feel the truth if they're aligned, the words that are coming out of their mouth is aligned with their energy, or it's not. And that's pretty much how, so many people now, even though they're doing this, but they don't even know what they're doing, being able to sense and feel things energetically because things are not matching with what people are saying and what, the energy of what they're transmitting and or radiating is different. So it's quite interesting to see, just to know that the energetic transparency is becoming more and more relevant, and it's going to do nothing but become more and more easier for people to see through other people's fakeness. So it's more important to, even within yourself, to be more authentic, to know that, the words coming out of your mouth need to match your energy. If you're being compassionate, then you should be radiating the energy of compassion. If you truly are going to love someone or something, again, the words and your actions need to align with the energy. It doesn't really matter what we believe, what someone believes, or what they say, or what they think, or whatever else. The energetics are the biggest factor regarding seeing what is real and what's not real. So, that's energetic transparency. Using sage for clearing energy. So I don't have any sage with me here right now, but basically what I'm trying to demonstrate here, this is just some incense and so on. Again, everything about us becoming more aware of ourselves, stepping into our power, as I continue to say, these videos are about powering up and so on. Power Up with Joe Weaver. And this doesn't matter if this energy of this smoke right here is incense or it is sage. Sage has its own properties of different properties of, say, a disinfectant. And again, it has a certain vibrational energy, like this smoke and so on has a different vibrational energy. What I've seen, what a lot of people have done in the past, is they might be clearing their house with sage, for example, and they walk around with the sage, going to different rooms and so on, saging the house, as some of you might know about, and or saging a person and so on. The main point of bringing up this topic is to see how powerful you are. It's not the sage or the smoke that is basically clearing the energy of the house or the person that you are working with. It's your intention. The smoke is like a tool to being able to see wherever the smoke goes is basically with your intention. You're seeing that space is cleared. Again, think about quantum physics. Wherever your awareness goes, therefore you change the energetics of whatever you're perceiving or looking at. And so the same thing goes with, say, sage or incense or anything that you're using. What is your perception and intention at that time? It is energetic clearing. And so therefore just the thought and the intention of clearing energy actually clears energy. To what degree, again, has to do with the power of your intent and what energetic frequency range you are dissolving that space into. And so that's the reason why I say it's dissolving into, say, Mahatma love, or say pure love without conditions. It's because you're through that actual statement and through that intention, when talking about a certain level of vibrational energy. And so there's nothing wrong with using sage or incense or other things to clear energy. But just remember, it's not the sage and or the smoke or the incense that is clearing the space. It is your intention. The smoke coming from that plant is a certain frequency, has its own frequency range, but it does not have intention. You, as the consciousness that is holding that plant, has the intention. And it's through that intention is what creates the energetic frequency change of whatever you're perceiving or looking at. So remember, you are the power. You are the one that is making these changes, these energetic shifts, and so on come about. All right. One day, this will all be common knowledge. Every single thing that I've been talking about here, the majority of it will be common knowledge one of these days. Here on Earth, all these different topics that some of you may have never heard about will be common knowledge. Because the majority of things that I share here in these videos is fairly simple. And so, but the majority of all of this will be common knowledge at some point. The reason why I'm saying this is it all has to do with our shift in consciousness. We're going through a shift in consciousness. This shift in consciousness has to do with our expanding our awareness and seeing things in new ways. All of this things going on with the government, the different things going on in the world, the energetics of the earth and all this other stuff have been here. the main thing is that we are the ones that are perceiving things differently. How we perceive things differently is through an expansion of consciousness. Through that, at some point, we, again, become more aware of things we were not aware of before. And that goes into expanding our intelligence, becoming more aware of things, and so on. All right. You don't have to wait. I think I've brought up this topic before at some point. But the example I'm going to give here is you don't have to wait. Is if you have ever seen someone that's on their deathbed and they're about very, very close to passing on. They have come to terms with themselves and the situation they're in, and they release what they've been holding on to and allow and are open, and they reconnect with their divine self, their I am presence, and so on. And they overcome with peace and harmony. And you can tell, and you have talked to other people, or if you haven't seen this already with someone, but someone in that space that have just totally let go, they almost are glowing. They're glowing with that peace and that harmony and so on. And the main thing is that you don't have to wait, is you don't have to wait to where you're on your deathbed right before you're physically passing on to experience that bliss, that simplicity of pure bliss, pure connection with your eternal divine self. You do not have to wait. Every single thing that I've been sharing has to do with stepping into your power. It's about releasing these old patterns, these old belief systems, and so on. When we do that, it opens you up to connecting in with viewing things and energetics that you were not open to before. And so just as the person that's laying on their deathbed and they fully just allow themselves to connect with their eternal self, and that level of energy flows into them, and they're glowing and they're happy. You can tell, even though they might not be able to talk, you could tell by looking at them and feeling their presence that they are in peace and they're in harmony. That's all goes into what you can do now while you're walking down the street, while you're living your life now. You can live in that space of peace and harmony. You can be connected with your eternal self, that knowingness of who you are beyond this physical body. You can do it now. All these other people, if you think what I'm describing here as a belief, again, I will say to you to your face, it is not a belief. This is my experience. I am experiencing this. I know the process of connecting with my I am presence, my divine self, and that feeling and that sensation of pure bliss, feeling the energy running through your physical body, and so on, is an experience. It's just like when someone hits you in the arm, you physically feel it. This is the same thing. It's just in a different way. Nobody's having to hit you for you to realize what's going on. So with every single thing that I do with these videos and or with the coaching sessions, again, the authenticity and intuitive life coaching, that's the reason why I offer it. So, if you don't get assistance from me, and if you don't really connect with what I'm sharing and so on, but you really want to connect more with, who and what you are beyond the physical body, to experience more bliss and happiness in your life, then do something about it. Do something about it now. Be willing to change. Be willing to let go of what you're holding on to. All right. So that takes us into this month's meditation and affirmation. Out of everything that I've been sharing throughout the months in these videos, has to do with, of course, stepping more into your power, releasing fear, anger, hate, releasing the separation. In a lot of different ways, a lot of this could be overwhelming. For those of you that are viewing this as a meditation, you can close your eyes, start taking some deep breaths. Breathe in and out, blow some breaths out of your mouth, like deep breaths, and just blow out. Totally relax to the best of your ability. This meditation is about escaping the fake matrix. The fakeness, again, has to do with something that I was talking about previously in a previous topic about energetic transparency. Being able to see energy, being able to feel the energy of someone else, to be able to know, to say that they're saying one thing out of their mouth, but however you can feel and sense that they're judging you, and or they're angry at you, or they're fearful of you, or they hate you, or whatever. But they're saying and or saying something else out of their mouth. It's energetic transparency. In a way that is very similar to the fake matrix. Becoming aware of what is real and what is not real. So, getting into things. Continue to breathe. Take a deep breath. Just imagine that you are in a complete dark room, completely black. There is no light at all within this room. It doesn't matter which way you look with your eyes. You can't see anything because it is completely black. Your ego, of course, might not like this. Therefore, it might go into fear mode. And my suggestion is to let go of the ego. Let go of the fear. And just see and analyze every single thing that I am describing here. And again, this is a practice that I suggest that you do more than just this one time. You can come back to this over and over and over again and see the reactions and the different levels of your consciousness in relation to what I'm getting ready to share. So you're in this black room. We have many different senses within our being, within our levels of consciousness and so on. Our physical eyesight is one of those senses. That's how we see things. We determine things according to the eyesight. Being that we're in this black room, our eyesight is not even picking up any information because we cannot see anything. So therefore, that sense of eyesight is then you put it to the side. Just say that you don't have any eyesight. Okay? We're just putting that to the side for the minute. One of your next senses would be to feel, physically feel. Usually these are our first instincts. When we're in a situation that we're not aware of, the first instinct is to look around. But that is not possible right now because it's completely dark. The second instinct is to feel around physically. We might try to feel the sides of the room. We might try to walk to find a wall or some kind of structure in order to feel something around us, to find out where we are, to get our bearings of where we are and so on. However, In this room that I am describing, there are no walls. There's no floor. So you can't walk your way out of this. You can't really physically feel anything. It doesn't matter how and in what direction you go in, you're not going to be able to feel anything physically. Like a physical structure, you will not be able to find it. So therefore, the sense of sight and the sense of physically feeling something hard, like a floor or a wall, is not possible. So we put those senses to the side. So the next thing is, of course, the mental. We're going to be thinking. Of course, as I mentioned at the beginning, the ego is not going to like this scenario because it's out of its element. So, but you can breathe, of course. You can focus through your breath, just breathing and relaxing. The ego might get frustrated, of course. You could sit there for hours, days, years, and so on. Years upon years. Maybe lifetimes. Just circulating within the mental mind, trying to mentally get out of this space that you're in this darkness. However, after a period of time, you may exhaust the mental mind. You may finally realize that you cannot mentally escape this space of darkness through a mental processing. It is literally impossible. So therefore, what you do then is to feel and sense the energy within that dark space. Start to determine and have your discernment according to the energy you're feeling within the space. You can have greater discernment of the energy of your feeling if you're focusing on love. You may be able to feel that energy of love circulating through your physical body. As you can do right now, you can say, I love myself. I love my physical body without conditions. I am pure love without conditions. I am pure Mahatma love. I am that I am. Pure love. I choose love. Feel that love radiating through your body. You might feel it on the crown of your head. You may feel it on your back. You may feel it on your chest. You may feel it within your arms, your legs, your feet, and so on. The main thing is it radiates. You are in control of how it radiates. The same thing goes with determining this love energy. Just because you feel energy does not mean that it is aligned with love. Just because you might have a sensation of energy, again, it does not mean that it is aligned with love. This is a very tricky part about the fake matrix. It's because so many people, they feel energy, but they don't have the level of discernment of seeing that it's aligned with love or it's not aligned in love. So my suggestion here is to focus specifically on the energies of pure love without conditions. Take an example of like a family member that you love and they are currently in physical form or they're not in physical form, but actually feel the love that you have for that person. Identify that vibration within your physical body. Feel the love. You may feel warmth with that love. It may be in your head. It may be at the top of your head. It might be on your chest. It may be in the center of your chest and so on. The main thing is to identify that love frequency is extremely important. There are so many people that think they're connected with the love frequency, and they are not. They are essentially feeling energy, but it's not connected with the love frequency. So during these times of having greater discernment, of being able to truly step out of the fake matrix and see it for what it is to feel and build on the love frequency on a daily basis. Expand that energy of love through your physical structure, all levels of your physical body, all levels of your awareness, and try to live in that space of love every single day that goes by. Therefore, you're expanding on that frequency. You'll be able to look back and feel and sense a difference from what you were vibrationally radiating from today to, say, last month or 6 or 8 months or even a couple years ago. You can look back and see, I was not feeling this back then, where you are feeling it now. When you are radiating and you're truly connected with this love vibration, you are essentially living in greater levels of peace, harmony, essential feeling of connection, feeling of knowingness, and so on. So let me add in another element to this mix. While we're sitting in this, again, we're sitting in this complete darkness. We cannot see. There's no floor. There are no walls. The mental mind will not take us out of this box, no matter how much you try to process, no matter how many beliefs you have, no matter how many perceptions you have, no matter what you have mentally, you will not be able to escape this box, this darkness. However, you can feel discernment through the energies of love. Being able to have discernment and focusing on love, radiating love, building the strength of that love. And the other element is to listen and connect with your I am presence. Connect with your divine self, your eternal self, or your authentic self, whatever you wish to call it. When you make the intention to connect with your I am presence, your authentic self, and so on, you essentially create that link, and therefore you listen. You start to communicate with your I am presence. You listen for the response. You begin to communicate, ask questions. How can I am present? How can I escape this darkness? How am I supposed to move forward? What am I supposed to do here? I have exhausted all of my other senses. I cannot see. I cannot feel a wall. I cannot feel a floor. I don't know which way to go. I don't know which direction to go. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And at that point, you let go of the fear. Focus on love. You bridge the gap with that love and connect then with your I am presence, your authentic divine self. You're able to breathe in the same energy as of your I am presence, your divine self. You breathe in the same energy. And as you breathe in the same energy, you're breathing in the same knowingness of your eternal self. And as you do that, you raise your frequency higher and higher. You expand your consciousness because you're connecting in with your eternal self, which then knows you beyond the soul level, but knows you beyond the physical level. And therefore, you're able to see. You start to see this glimmer, this light begins to glow within the darkness. And this light is you. You are the light within the darkness. You look around and the darkness that you perceived before begins to light up. It's not lighting up from something outside of you. The reason why the darkness is becoming lighter and you're able to see things that you were not able to see before is because of light that you are radiating. Again, the reason why this light, the only reason why this light is shining in the darkness is because of the energy that you are focusing on and you're radiating within, and the connection that you have with your eternal divine self. That is the only reason why the light is getting brighter and brighter and brighter within the room. You start to sense and feel things beyond the space. You're able to see through the darkness. As time goes on in your radiance, and you're radiating, more and more of the love frequency. You're integrating more and more of your eternal knowingness. You're able to see through the darkness. And therefore, you're able to walk. You're able to move. You're no longer constrained by the darkness because you're able to see through it. Your light is not holding off the darkness. You're not battling with the darkness. Again, that's a mental process. If you battle with anything within the darkness, it's a mental process. Again, the mental is a cycle that goes around and around in circles. But in order, it does not take you anywhere. The only way to move out of this darkness, out of the fake matrix, is to focus, again, on the pure love without conditions. Feel the vibration within your physical body. It is not a mental process. It is not a belief. Grow that energy every single day. Connecting and integrating more of the knowledge and knowingness of your eternal self, of your I Am presence. So more on this darkness that we're perceiving within this space, now that you're able to see more and more. And the more that you expand your view and your perception and knowingness, the more you expand and the more you expand, you start to see that the darkness is not separate. The darkness actually exists within the light. Again, this is not something that can be perceived through a mental process. It cannot be perceived through a belief. It can only be experienced. And I can tell you that the darkness exists within the light. You're only perceiving yourself within a dark room in this life. If you look at your life and every single thing that we've talked about here, it relates to every single thing. What makes life challenging is we have all of these distractions through our eyesight. We have all of these things that we're doing on a daily basis that we see. We have all these things that we're doing with our physical bodies. We're walking, we're feeling the ground, we're feeling houses, we're walking through doors, and so on. In a way, these are all the fake. They are all essentially a stage for us to experience life as we know it. However, to truly know what is real and what is not real, it all comes back to the main senses of feeling the love vibration, connecting with your eternal self of your I Am presence. This is the way out. This is how you escape the fake matrix. But to know there's nothing that you are leaving behind, even though the word escape is being used. There's nothing to escape from because, again, As you expand your consciousness, you will see that everything exists within itself, just as the darkness exists within the light. Everything is spawned out of source. Everything is source light. It's just different variations of this source light. Integrating more of your cosmic light and love, you'll be able to see that everything is connected. There is no separation. Separation is an illusion. So this is my suggestion, my friends, to escape or become aware. Escaping anything is literally the illusion also, because you're not getting away from anything. The only thing that you are doing through the process of becoming more aware of yourself is letting go of all these processes of what you're trying to do to escape, to realize that everything is connected, everything is within its own self. Everything exists within you. You are the key to move beyond the darkness. You're not escaping the darkness. You're radiating your light, focusing on love vibration, connecting with your eternal self to the degree to where you're able to see through the darkness. You're able to see past the darkness to the point to where you can see that all darkness exists within the light. That's it, my friends. Focus, focus, focus. Love vibration is the key. And connecting with and listening to your own authentic divine self. All right, my friends, start breathing a little bit. Bring yourself back out of it. Hope you got something out of that meditation. Again, it's not about escaping anything. Every single thing that I shared in that meditation right there relates to every single aspect of our living life. Even though I have physical eyes looking at this camera, at this computer, and all this stuff, there's nothing that any of this stuff is going to do to expand my consciousness and vibration. It's only through the energy that I focus on and I radiate on a daily basis. And my ability to listen to my I am presence and integrate and ground that knowingness of who I am beyond this physical body every day. It is the choice for me, just as it is a choice for all of you and everyone. What we're going to do from here on is up to us. It's not up to anyone else. If we're going to step out of the darkness and be able to see through all this darkness, then in this world, in this reality, it's a matter of what we focus on and what we're listening to and so on. There's no mental process, as I mentioned, or belief that is going to take you out of this illusionary fake matrix. There are all kinds of distractions. There are beings of distraction that are trying to manipulate people. There are people that are trying to manipulate people. There's all kinds of stuff. And so that's it, my friends. Hope that assists. As I mentioned, it'd probably be beneficial to go through that exercise over and over and over again to truly feel the different senses and how they react to different things. Focus in on the vibration. It's the highest when we feel vibration. is the highest level of discernment that we have available to us. It's a much higher level of discernment than our mental mind and or our eyesight. Again, these things are limiting. Our eyesight, even what we hear, is limiting. Physically feeling a vibration is the highest level of discernment that we have available to us, along with connecting, truly connecting, and knowing the connection with our I am presence. Again, is the top levels of discernment that we have available to us. And my suggestion is to use these things, my friends, because every single thing in this reality is not going to get easier. We're going to be challenged with more things. In order to be in harmony and balance with yourself and truly be in the energies of change and connected with the new paradigm is a matter of what we are doing with ourselves. It doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. It's a matter of what we're focusing on and the connection we have with our own eternal divine selves. All right, my friends. Again, share the video. Definitely assists. Hit the like button on YouTube and so on, because it does help with the algorithm and how the video is shared. Share the video with other people that may get something out of all this and that would be open to it. If you have any questions or comments, please post them in the comment section below the video. You're welcome to email me if you have any questions about the coaching program and so on. I guess until next time, till next time, my friends. Spike says hi. The old Spike. Spike got his own energy too. Spike does his own thing. Just like each one of us. We have our own things going on. Happy holidays to you all. Merry Christmas. Because I won't be really putting one of these back out until January. So I'll see you all in 2025. Wow. 2025. That's amazing. It's crazy how time's going. Wow. All right. Peace out, my friends. See you next time.